Some stories don't have an ending. They just stop, leaving behind questions that never seem to fade. This is one of those stories. It all started during my last year of college. To save a little money, I rented a small, forgettable apartment off campus. 1 bedroom, thin walls, and a window that looked out into a grimy alley. It was cheap, it was quiet, and it was close to class. Nothing about it felt strange or haunted. At first. The first odd thing happened on a Tuesday. I came home from my afternoon class and found my front door unlocked. I froze right there, keys still in my hand, my heart skipping a beat. I'm a stickler for locking my door. I always have been. I stepped inside slowly, my ears straining for any sound. The apartment was completely empty. Nothing was missing. Nothing was out of place. I locked the door and convinced myself I must have just forgotten that morning, that night. I woke up at exactly 2:41 a.m. I didn't jolt awake or feel any fear. I just opened my eyes calmly, as if someone had gently shaken me. The room was dark and silent. I lay there for a few seconds, then just rolled over and went back to sleep. The next night, it happened again, 2:41 a.m. Same calm waking, same silence. By the 4th night, I was starting to get curious. As soon as I woke up, I grabbed my phone, 2:41 a.m. A little chill ran down my spine, but I brushed it off. Stress, weird sleep cycles, coincidence. I was a tired college student. My brain was just looking for patterns that weren't there. That explanation worked for me until I found the note. I came home one evening, and there it was, sitting on my kitchen counter, a single sheet of paper, folded neatly in half. My name was written on the front in this very careful, precise handwriting. I lived alone. No one else had a key. I opened it slowly. Inside, there was just one sentence. You wake up at the same time every night. My mouth went completely dry. I frantically looked around the apartment, half expecting to see someone standing in the shadows, watching me. But I was alone. I locked the door. I checked every room, under the bed, in the closet, and then just sat on my couch until my heart stopped pounding. That night, I didn't sleep. I couldn't. I just stayed awake, staring at the time on my phone, 2:39, 2:40, 2:1. Nothing happened. The clock ticked past, and there was only silence. I let out this nervous laugh, relief just washing over me. It had to be a prank. Some old roommate, or a friend from class, was just messing with me. I finally drifted off around 4 a.m. The next morning, I found another note. Same paper, same neat handwriting. You were awake this time. I moved out 2 weeks later. New apartment, new locks, a whole new routine. I didn't tell anyone the real reason why. I just said I needed a change of scenery. For a while, everything went back to normal. Then, years later, I was staying at a hotel for a work trip. One of those generic places right off the highway. Clean, quiet, forgettable. I woke up in the middle of the night. Not in fear, not suddenly, but with that same unsettling calm. I glanced at the clock on the nightstand, 2:41 a.m. I sat straight up in bed, my heart hammering against my ribs, just staring into the darkness of the unfamiliar room. I hadn't thought about that old apartment or those notes in years. Then, I heard a soft knock at my hotel room door. I didn't move. The knock came again. Gentle, almost polite. I held my breath, staying completely still. After a few seconds, I heard a faint sliding sound, like something being pushed under the door. In the morning, the loud knock from housekeeping woke me up for real. The night felt like a distant, hazy dream, but when I got up and opened the door, something was lying on the carpet, a folded piece of paper. Inside, written in that same, careful handwriting, was a single line. "You still wake up at the same time." I reported it to the front desk. They checked the security cameras for the hallway. They told me no one had approached my door all night. No one had even entered my floor between midnight and morning. They suggested it was stress. Maybe I was sleepwalking. I stopped telling people the story after that, but it didn't stop happening. Different places, different cities, apartments, hotels, once even at a friend's house. I wake up at 2:41 a.m. Sometimes there's a note, sometimes there isn't. Sometimes it's just a small change, a chair angled differently, a closet door left slightly ajar. There's never been a sign of a break-in, never a witness, never any explanation. I don't know why this happens. I don't know who's doing it, or what would happen if, one night, I didn't wake up. All I know is this: somewhere out there, someone knows when I'm asleep, and they're still watching for the moment I open my eyes. Thanks for listening. If you have any stories that defy explanation, share them in the comments. And if you enjoy this, please like and subscribe for more.